Hello, everyone. Today we're going to go over how to complete the ARPA Round 1 Expenditure Survey. You're going to log in into your provider portal. You're going to enter your username and password, and you're going to click Log On. Once you are in there, you're going to scroll down, and you're going to see ARPA. You're going to click under ARPA Round 1 Expenditure Survey. That is going to take you to your Expenditure Survey Round 1. The status will indicate if it's in incomplete or submitted status. However, you still have to check the information that is in the box below. In this case, it says round 1 have not been spent. There are several reasons why this is happening. You may still have not submitted this expenditure survey. You may still have amounts remaining from the second and third installment, or you may have reported higher amounts that they were awarded to you. In any of these cases, I will show you how to complete it and submit it. Also, you may have submitted, but it still shows that you have not spent all the funds, or you may have submitted and it shows that you have spent it, but you just notice that you reported the amounts incorrectly in the different categories. So at this time, you can balance out those amounts by moving funds between categories. So let's start with the first one. You haven't submitted this survey. You will notice that you have red boxes under each of the categories, even though your sub-grant amount and your amount spent are the same and you don't have any balance remaining. What you have to do in this case, you need to enter zeros. If you reported everything correctly and you follow the instructions for the Workforce Initiative, you can go in, you can put 0, and you will see that the red boxes will become white as you are entering the zeros, okay? The amount remaining will still be 0 because you already reported everything under the second and third installment. However, you still cannot submit, still tells you save for later. Why? Because you haven't checked this question. You need to click either yes or no if you mention in your application that you were going to use these funds prior to March 11, 2021. If you don't remember what you check on your application, you can go back at the beginning where I saw you here, and the first link is your application. You can click in here and you can verify the information that you enter, okay? Once you have verified the information, you will go back here and you will check either yes or no. And then you will see how now you can sign electronically and submit the round 1 expenditure survey. Both boxes, all boxes are white, and then your question has been answered. It can also be that you still have funds remaining from the second and third installment. In this case, the provider was awarded with over $41,000. However, she did not report all funds. She still has $47.68 remaining. At this time, she can report those $47.68. You just need to look, how did I spend these funds? In this case, the provider noticed that she spent $47.68 in copayment, so she went inputted in, and the amount remaining now is 0. So both the sub-grant amount received and the amount spent match, and she doesn't have any remaining funds. At this time, she's able to sign electronically and submit. Can also be that you have reported higher amounts that they were awarded to you. In this case, the provider was awarded over $125,000. However, the provider reported $235,000. So the boxes are going to be in red, and it's going to show as she didn't complete or use all the funds. In this situation, what you have to do is you have to subtract, okay? So as you can see, I put minus $100,000 under my personal and benefits because I reported $300,000. However, I reported more than the amounts that they were giving to me. So I need to take that money away. I'm going to do it by adding minus to the amount. When you put the minus, the amount will become negative and it will be in brackets. As I'm reducing amounts from each of the categories that I reported higher than it was given to me, you see that the total amount is decreasing, making the final amount remaining as 0 and balancing out the amount received with the amount spent. So now both amounts match. What about if I reported everything and then the second and third installment, but now I notice that I didn't report it correctly? For example, I check in my application that I was gonna provide bonuses under the workforce. I put yes. For this reason, I got a 10% extra. And the workforce investment says that the provider agrees to use at least 25% of the total grant amount on things like bonuses, wage increases, etc., etc. So in this case, I was awarded $12,000, and I spent the $2,000. But when I went back to my second and third installment, I noticed that I had zeros under the word investments. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna balance out the amounts, because I noticed that I reported my $3,000, which is the 25% of 12,000, under the personal and benefits. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna enter negative $3,000 and the personal benefits, because that money doesn't belong there. I gave my teacher bonuses, and I'm gonna put a positive under my workforce investment. So now I'm balancing out the $3,000. I'm removing it from the personal benefits and I'm adding it to the workforce investments. This will balance out and will give me the total of 0. So I don't owe anything, or I don't report higher than it was given to me. Something that you have to take into consideration is that any category can be reported since the public health emergency on January 31, 2020, if you check yes on the application that you were going to use the funds prior to March 11, 2021. If you check no, any category except for the workforce investment can be reported as of March 11, 2021, if you check no. However, the workforce initiative expenditure, you cannot report funds here prior to the time that you receive those funds. So if you didn't receive the funds until, let's say, November 2022, your backup documentation cannot be prior to November 2022, okay? If you read here, it says, with the exception that the workforce initiative expenditures must be from the time of receipt of funds. When you have completed your round 1 expenditure survey, now you can sign electronically and you can submit. And this is how you complete your round 1 expenditure survey. Thank you.